Giorgia Meloni has made history more than once. Becoming Italy's first female prime minister was just the start. But then she surprised everyone again, doing something no world leader had ever done before. Meloni went on social media to announce she had broken up with her boyfriend. Yes, really. Her first year in office brought that surprising twist in October 2023, when Meloni confirmed she was no longer with Andrea Giambruno, her partner of almost a decade. Now, let's rewind a bit. The two met back in 2014 at a TV studio. She was the rising star of a small, far-right party, always chasing the cameras. He was a young anchorman trying to climb the ladder. A perfect match, right?
Per me Giorgia è stata, e sarà sempre la persona più importante per me.
Their first meeting could have been straight out of a rom-com. According to Andrea, Giorgia was so exhausted she mistook him for her assistant and handed him a half-eaten banana before going live on air. He later described it as love at first sight. Well, not the most glamorous beginning, but it worked.
We were very serious.
Giorgia and Andrea started a relationship, had their daughter Ginevra in 2016, but never got married, even though Meloni has always pushed traditional family values, and the two didn't always see eye to eye politically. They openly disagreed on same-sex marriage and on loosening laws around recreational substances. Still, Meloni and Giambruno stayed together, often in the public eye, which of course meant their split also played out in the spotlight. What caused the breakup? Andrea. Let's just say he wasn't exactly helping Giorgia's image. Over the years, he made some pretty controversial remarks, at one point suggesting that young women who had been assaulted might have avoided danger if they hadn't been drinking. Yes, he actually said that during a live broadcast. Then came the final straw. Leaked off-air recordings of him making highly inappropriate and suggestive remarks to a female colleague. Giorgia didn't waste time. She went online and wrote, "My relationship with Andrea Giambruno, which lasted almost 10 years, ends here." She still tried to keep it dignified, thanking him for their years together and saying their daughter would always come first. As she wrote on social media, "I will defend, at all costs, a 7-year-old who loves her mother and father in a way I could not love mine." That part touched a lot of people. Giorgia made it clear she would protect her little girl no matter what. And here's where things got interesting. Critics quickly pointed out the contradiction. Meloni, the politician who champions traditional families, had never married the father of her child.
Because democracy without values becomes demagoguery.
But Meloni didn't let that distract from her focus on her daughter. In 2024, she even brought 7-year-old Ginevra with her on an official trip to China. The photos of them stepping off the plane hand in hand sparked huge debate. Some thought it was inappropriate, while others praised her for showing that being a mom and a prime minister could go hand in hand. Meloni herself said it was about sending a message, that motherhood shouldn't be an excuse to hold women back at work. And if all of that wasn't enough to keep people talking, let's fast forward to the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Meloni and none other than Elon Musk were seen sharing a moment. A photo of them staring into each other's eyes went viral, and suddenly, the rumor mill was spinning. Musk introduced Meloni at the Atlantic Council's Global Citizen Awards and couldn't stop complimenting her.
She's also someone who is authentic, honest, truthful, and that can't always be said about politicians.
The audience loved it, and the internet had a field day with their supposed chemistry.
And I thank Elon for the beautiful words that he had for me and for his precious genius for the era in which we live.
But the question on everyone's mind, would Giorgia really want to be part of Elon's long roster of relationships? Elon Musk's dating life is as full and complicated as his bank account. But what's it really like to date the Tesla and SpaceX billionaire? We've got some juicy insights straight from his exes, so buckle up. First up, Tallulah Riley. She's probably one of the most well-known women in Elon's love story because she married him twice. Yep, not just once, but twice. Their first marriage was from 2010 to 2012, and then they tied the knot again from 2013 to 2016.
You knew each other 2 weeks
Something like
before
that.
you got engaged?
Something like that.
What was so attractive?
Oh, he's very charming and definitely the most interesting and eccentric person I have ever met.
You might think that sounds messy, but Tallulah actually has a lot of kind things to say about Elon.
He feels things very, very deeply. So, I've heard it said that he's cold and emotionless, and that could not be further from the truth. He's the most emotional person I know.
Even though they're separated now, Tallulah described their connection as a very deep love and said Elon is a great friend who looks out for her. Imagine that. Despite all the ups and downs, they still hold a lot of respect and affection for each other. That's pretty rare in Hollywood, don't you think? Now, on the flip side, Elon's split with Justine Musk, his first wife, was a bit more complicated. But before we get there, let's talk about another relationship that caught some attention: Elon and Amber Heard. Their romance was shorter but definitely had some drama. According to people close to Amber, Elon came off as a bit controlling during their time together. A family friend even shared in court that Amber's late mother suspected Elon had bugged one of the Teslas he gifted Amber. Creepy, right? Elon and his team were quick to deny these claims, calling them pure fantasy. But whether it's true or not, it's clear the relationship wasn't as smooth as it might have seemed on the surface. Then there's Grimes, the Canadian musician who has 3 kids with Elon. She's kind of the perfect opposite of the billionaire, a very creative, artistic, and often the one who was keeping Elon grounded.
I think having a baby was a big kind of rebirth for me. Artistically, it just I don't know. Being a mother feels weird to say. For some reason, I don't identify with that word.
Grimes revealed that being with Elon meant living under a microscope, and not the fun kind. After their appearance at the Met Gala, the media attention exploded, and suddenly every tweet or move they made was headline news. She told the Wall Street Journal, "I was simply unprepared. I thought I could keep doing my own thing, but then a casual tweet ends up on Fox News and you're like, ugh, really? That kind of pressure sounds exhausting, right? And here's something you might not expect. Despite being the richest man alive, Elon doesn't exactly live the high life all the time. Grimes spilled the tea to Vanity Fair, saying Elon does not live like a billionaire, and sometimes live below what she called the poverty line. At one point, she begged him, "Can we not live in a very insecure $40,000 house?" She described how they had no security, nosy neighbors filming them, and she was eating peanut butter for days just to get by. Elon's known for rejecting material excess. He's moved into tiny homes and sold off many of his belongings. That lifestyle definitely isn't for everyone, and Grimes admitted she got tired of it.
I do not fit the picture of a banker.
And perhaps the most eye-opening perspective comes from the very beginning. Elon's first wife, Justine Musk, née Wilson. Post-divorce, Justine poured her experiences into an essay for Marie Claire, where she described herself as Elon's starter wife. She revealed chilling details about their marriage, including warning signs from as early as their wedding night. As they danced at their reception, Elon reportedly told her, "I am the alpha in this relationship." At the time, she shrugged it off, but it soon became clear he meant every word.
I felt mortified.
Elon's alpha mindset, shaped by his upbringing in South Africa's male-dominated culture, didn't switch off at home. Justine described a dynamic where Elon's judgment always trumped hers, and he often criticized her for not meeting his expectations. "I am your wife," she would remind him, to which he would reply, "If you were my employee, I would fire you."
South Africa, when I was growing up, was just an inherently very violent place. I got punched in the face many times.
Their life, while glamorous on the surface, felt hollow to Justine. Elon's obsession with work left him mentally absent, even when he was physically present. She craved meaningful conversations and emotional connection, but these were nowhere to be found. Even after the birth of their children, the imbalance in their relationship only grew.
And you accept that when you're, spending time with him, you're getting a very small part of him because 95% of his mental energy is still being consumed.
In her essay, Justine shared some unsettling details about their relationship. She revealed that Elon pressured her to fit a certain image, even encouraging her to dye her hair blonde and play the role of a trophy wife. But Justine wasn't having it. She admitted she wasn't interested in Botox, makeup, or pretending to be someone she's not. Honestly, it's hard not to feel for her here. No one should feel like they have to change themselves to meet someone else's expectations, right?
It is an awareness
of your imperfections and the knowledge that you are fabulous anyway.
And then there was the money. You'd think immense wealth would make things easier, but for these two, it just magnified the cracks. Justine later told Walter Isaacson, who wrote Elon's biography, the accumulation of wealth and fame changed the dynamic. Arguments became a regular thing, and Elon reportedly started calling her a moron or idiot during fights. Ouch.
I mean, this is freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say what I want.
Still, here's the twist. Despite everything, Justine doesn't regret their marriage. In her essay, she admitted, "I've worked through some anger, but I will always respect the brilliant and visionary person that he is." That's some real grace right there. And through it all, Justine has remained a strong advocate for understanding power dynamics in relationships. In 2022, she shared insights on social media, tweeting, "Abusive relationships are not defined by whether or not the abused is a perfect victim. It's about a pre-existing power imbalance."